fam. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. We made it to Friday. Woo! Y'all, it's been a week. So thank you. So thank you for Friday. Thank you for Friday. Thank you for Friday. Friday. All right, y'all. First order of business. It is Friday. We are at another live. We made it through another week by the grace of God. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Say hi, Princess. Say hi. Say hi to Princess. We made it to Friday, big fam. Who's it is Valentine's weekend. Valentine's weekend, you guys. So I hope you guys are being loved on. If you don't have a special someone, do something special for yourself. Love on yourself. So I always say you can't expect someone to love you if you don't love yourself. So treat yourself, take yourself out, do something nice for you, okay? What else? We are at 245 subscribers, you guys. So we are close to 300. And as you guys know, when we hit our 300 sub goal, we're going to do another giveaway. So we got there quicker than I thought. That is slowly approaching. So we'll be doing another giveaway fairly soon. So look forward to that. My topic for today, I wanted to jump on. I was kind of contemplating if I wanted to come on tonight because I am a little tired and we're planning to go out of town this weekend for Valentine's weekend. So me, my husband, and the kids, we're going to do a little something tomorrow. But anyway, I'm here because I had this thought on my heart, right? And I really wanted to talk about it because I'm hoping that it'll help someone. And this is a real life situation that I've kind of been dealing with my own family. And I just wanted to talk about it. I want to be real with you guys. So the topic for this conversation is self-preservation, right? So when I say self-preservation, in my mind, it is you protecting you in a simple terms. You protecting you, you putting you first, you setting boundaries for your life, regardless of who really I'm in need, I'm working hard. So you setting boundaries for you, and it goes across the board for everybody. There's no stipulation for mom, dad, sister, brother, grandmother, whoever. It doesn't matter. Friends, family, all the same. Or strangers. It's just you having a set standard in your life that teaches people how to treat you. And if they don't honor or respect your choice, then you explain to them the consequences of that. And if that means you're letting them go, or you're not being involved with them, or you limit communication, contact, if that's what it takes, then so be it. So be it. And keep in mind, I'm speaking from a Black experience. I don't know if all families are like this, but I know it is prevalent in the Black community, where if you're the one who makes it out, and keep in mind, it doesn't have, when I say make it out, it doesn't equate to wealth. It can just be you've made it to a higher standard of living than what you and your siblings or your surrounding community, what you're used to, or who people that you grew up with, who they knew you as, right? So when you're that person, you're usually taxed with the responsibility of trying to bring everyone else along, even if you're not financially feasible to do so. Because in people's mind, when they see you doing better than them, in a sense, whatever their definition of better may be, then they feel like it is then your responsibility to come back and save everybody. And I'm here to tell you, you do not have to do that. You do not have to be the savior. You do not have to be the one to bear the burden of, solving all of your family problems or whatever the case may be. That's not your responsibility. And like I said, it goes for everybody. Like, don't even when it comes to your parents, don't allow them to guilt you into taking on a responsibility of repaying them for what they were so required to do as your parent growing up. Keep in mind, when a parent has a child, or when anyone has a child, that's a decision. Okay, mommy. That's a decision that they made to birth that child, okay? So don't let them hold that over you either. All right, what is it, mama? All right, let me get her a banana. Okay. Let's see if the banana will help you guys. So don't let your parents hold you hostage to that notion, okay? And the same goes across the board for anybody. And the reason why I'm bringing this conversation up is because I recently had a conversation with my own mom about something that she's going through with her mom, right? And it's a situation where she's, in so many words, she's being taken advantage of emotionally, all in the strength of, because that is her mother. That's my mother's excuse. Because I'm like, you know, just because that is your mother, that does not give her license for her or anyone else to emotionally abuse you. At some point, you have to choose you in any situation. You have, when you're not being treated well, you always remember that you had that God-given right to choose you above all else. You have to choose you. Because is anyone here well, I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. So that's what I was explaining to my mom, and her excuse was, well, that's my mom. Okay, well, if that's what you're going to tell yourself, then basically you want to go through whatever it is that you're going through. You're telling me that you're unhappy with the treatment that you're receiving. I'm telling you, or I'm giving you an option of how to solve it. If you're telling someone, for example, if you give me a cup of water and I tell you this cup of water is too hot, it's scalding, it's going to give me third degree burns, and every time you take the cup back, you make the water hotter and hotter. At some point, I had to make the decision not to drink the water, right? So, and that's the same thing, and that's in my mom's situation. Even though that is your mother is choosing you. She's choosing herself above you. All the actions that you're taking to help her, none of that matters, because she's still in some way attacking you or allowing other people to attack you, right? So that's what kind of sparked this thought to me, and that's why, and I've even expressed this to my mom. I don't carry that notion with me that it is my responsibility to take care of my elders. Not saying that I will not help you, but in me helping you, I'm not going to allow you to abuse me and abuse my kindness or take my kindness for weakness. That I will not allow to do, or I will not allow you to guilt me into giving my love. It's that does not work for me. That does not work for me. And then not only do I have that boundary set in my life, I'm going to also apply that to myself. When my children get older, I always tell my husband, like, because he'll say, well, our kids get home, we need to have a daughter, so my daughter will be able to take care of when they go to. And I'm like, you know what, baby, no, you cannot have that way of thinking. I feel like it's not my children's responsibility to worry about, caring for me as an elder. That's why I work in my youth. That's why you're supposed to financially plan for your winter years. If God bless you to see them. That's why you have long-term care insurance, burial insurance, life insurance, 401ks, Roth IRAs. That's why those are tools set in place. So when you do become a certain age, it will not be a financial or physical burden on your family to care for you because you have those things set aside. Do I want my kids to be around? Yes, but I'm not going to make it a requirement for them to do for me what I should have planned to do for myself. And I really wish that people, especially in our, and like I said, I'm speaking from my Black experience. I really wish that people in the Black community will start to think more like that. They don't think about the burden that you put on your loved ones for your senior care. You cannot do that. You can't cripple their future. And they're only kids. Like, who thinks like that? Think about, my baby is 8 months old. How dare I plan for her future, a future that she hasn't even thought of yet? And how dare I, as a mother, obligate her to a task that she's not even, she doesn't even have a clue. So that I don't think that's fair to plan out a life for your kids. Let your children dream their own dreams. Let them be whoever it is they want to be. Maybe they want to travel the world. Maybe they don't want to be with you all of their life. Maybe they'll have their own family. Maybe they won't. We don't know. But allow them to be whoever it is that they'll become. Don't guilt your children into caring and loving for you. That's not fair. Because they, like I said, they did not ask to be here. When you have children, or if you have children, you made that decision. You made that decision to become a parent. So if they do for you when you get older, great. If they don't, great. You still love them either way. Either way. And you still be there for them as a parent either way. But yeah, so that's my little note section or wellness section alive for today, you guys. I really wanted to come on and speak about self-preservation. It's okay to put you first. It's okay to set those boundaries in your life against your loved ones. It's okay to have those standards in your life. If there's something that you don't feel comfortable with doing, you have the right. You have the right not to do it. You have the right not to do it. So I really hope and pray that this helps someone. You guys share this live if you know someone who may be battling with a situation that's very similar to what I'm speaking about. Share this with them. And I'm here if you guys want more insight or anything. I can share with you guys tools that I've used to help me navigate this particular space and to help me get to this point in my life, because it's been a journey. It's been a struggle emotionally. It's been a struggle because I've always been raised to think if you have to do for your family. You have to do for your family. But sometimes you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to make sure that you're okay first. You can't go and pull everybody on your lifeboat, and then when it's overcrowded, the boat sinks. Or you pull people onto the boat who poke holes in the boat and cause the boat to sink. You have to be mindful, especially when you're building a life for yourself and you're building one for your family. Don't allow people to manipulate you. And family members, they are good for doing that. Don't allow them to manipulate your emotions. If it means that you have to cut them off, block them, do whatever it is that you need to do until they learn to respect you and respect the boundaries that you set in your life, until they learn to do that, then be okay with not being involved with them or with them not being present in your life. Be okay with that. Family is not who you're born to biologically or through blood. It's who you choose. You have the option and the right to choose your family. So choose people who are going to love you and respect you and pour into you and help you be a better version of yourself. Don't put yourself in a position where you're involved or in spaces with people who pull from you and drain you emotionally and mentally and even financially. You know, you wake up and look around and really evaluate the people that you have in and around your life and make some really stern decisions, especially if you're trying to go to another level in your life. You have to make tough decisions and clean house. And if you want to explain to people why you have to let them go, do that. If you don't, then don't. Let the silence speak for itself. But I just wish you guys the best of luck. I wish you guys healing. I wish you guys love. I wish you light. And like I said earlier, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you rest. If you need to rest, do whatever it is that you need to do. And like I said earlier, make sure you love on yourself and do something special and kind for yourself. So until next time, Bent Fam, we love you guys. Thank you for all your love and support. And if you haven't done so already, go and watch our videos. Make sure you're liking and sharing and subscribing. And if you have any ideas, or if there's a topic that you want to hear about, just comment in this video and we'll speak on it next Friday. So until next time, you guys be safe, love yourself, love somebody else, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I really like what you